All right, we're going to do some live prospecting, investor buyers, active investor buyers around a 3-unit investment property, an off-market 3-unit investment property. I met with the owner yesterday. We're going to list it. It's just a matter of when and at what price. But in the meantime, I'm going to use this as an opportunity to turn one potential result into multiple results. In other words, I'm not going to wait for the, I'm not going to wait or hope that I get the listing and that turns into a transaction for me. I am going to go ahead and use that as an opportunity to find more potential clients. In other words, I'm going to use it as a reason to have more conversations so I can write more contracts and close more transactions. I'm going to be sharing my screen in our Skool community, which I'm just doing an impromptu live stream. So if you want to see what I'm doing on my screen, you've got to, if you're on TikTok, you've got to go to my bio, join our community. The link is in my bio. If you're watching on one of the other live stream platforms, the link is in the description. If you don't care, you can just hang out and play along. We're going to use Lead Deck to find the active buyers that I will then just tap to call, tap to text, and tap to email on my phone. So I'm going to start sharing my screen here. Once again, if you want to see my screen and follow along, you can join our free Skool community. All right, the first thing I need to do is I need to go to my profile and my scripts, because I need to create a script that will auto-populate when I tap to text and when I tap to email, that will be personalized with their name, the details of the property that I'm reaching out about, etc. It just makes it way more efficient and effective, my time. So I'm going to call this 3-unit off market in Harrisburg. That's what this is a custom script that I'm setting up. Actually, you know what? I may have one. Let me see if I have this buyer outbound already set up here. You know what? I'm just going to roll with my pre-populated buyer outbound, and I'm just going to tweak those a little bit easier than starting from scratch. So I'm going to edit the email yeah, go ahead. Yep. So, okay. Right here, you can sort by what deck you want to work. In the dashboard, you choose your deck and you choose your script. That's a recent update. That's a recent update and upgrade. So now you can have up to 10 custom scripts, and there's the default seller, buyer / investor, flipper, and imported lead. So that would be like expired. Those are still there. Those are still there, but you can also add up to 10 custom scripts. Yep. Um, Dashboard. That's an evolution, right? The dashboard and having the smart deck here is still relatively new. So it's an evolution. You can still work them from the deal deck, but just like eventually, eventually more of this side navigation is going to go away, and you're going to spend the vast majority of your time on the dashboard and in your smart deck. Correct, 100%, 100%. So in a minute here, I'm gonna actually So now I've got my script. I need to find the cash buyers that I'm going to then do this live prospecting, outreach to, and then I'm going to flip over to my phone and I'll show what that looks like, what the smart deck looks like when logged into the web app. Yeah, you bet. Good questions. I mean, some of this is also new, so you wouldn't have even necessarily known some of that. So I'm going to go and grab I need to have some people to do outreach too. So I'm searching the zip code that this off-market property is in, and I've got 17 cash buyers, 8 active landlords, and 6 vacant land buyers. That's odd because I don't know. It's a city. I'm not sure why that's showing up there, but whatever. And it's showing 0 multifamily, but that's because of the way the county reports the data, because there are definitely multifamily transactions happening there, but I think it's just that they're classified not as multifamily in most cases for whatever reason. Regardless, I'm going to choose active. I'm going to choose the active landlords for this zip code, and I'm going to go ahead and run that. Now that's only 8. And if, ideally, or when I tend to do a session like this, my goal is an hour block of time and to do outreach to 10 to 15, maybe 20 contacts here. So 8 is a relatively low number. And so what would I do in that case, or how do I think about it? Well, I want to expand out to a different zip code, right? I want an adjacent zip code. So for me, that's 17110. And it also just so happens that I have Ed, who is a local, kind of like my local ISA warm lead setter. He is reaching out to motivated sellers in this same zip code. I loaded up leads for him today to do outreach to motivated sellers. So why not be, stacking the deck on both sides? Let's see if we can find some motivated sellers, and let's already get to work on finding the buyers that we can just match them up with. So, and for those of you who are curious, he's reaching out to pre-foreclosures, and then he's reaching out to vacant stacked with tax default, vacant stacked with involuntary lien, vacant stacked with tired landlord, and vacant stacked with out-of-state absentee, I think are the stacks that he's working. I'm going to save the active landlord buyers, and I'm going to create and run that now. That way, I now have plenty of leads, that we can work through for the rest of the, 48 or so minutes that I have before I have to hop on to get with one of my personal or private clients that I'm working with here. So I'm going to stop my screen share. And now we're going to flip over. Now that I've got my scripts ready and I've got my leads or my contacts ready, I'm going over to it's just my default web browser. Okay. And if you're not logged in, you would go to lead deck, and at the top right would be a login button. I'm already logged in. Okay. So I'm working on my smart deck, or from my smart deck rather. And I'm going to choose, I need to find here we go. 17110 active. No. I want 17102. I want to start with the 102. Yeah. Right here. So 17102 active landlord. What's the date today? May 5th. Okay. So I've got them. And then I need to check. I want the script that I want to have pre-populated. I need to make sure that I've got that one. So now I'm ready to rock. And the first one that pops up here looks like I've got a bunch of data, but it's all DNC, or a lot of it is DNC. However, I've got emails. So in this case, I'm actually going to start with the emails. So I just tapped and I send that off. I'm going to send to the first 2. But I don't want to leave that be. So all of these numbers are on the DNC. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to copy this number. Actually, let me see. Where am I going to do this here? I am going to, just bear with me here a minute. Let me view details. So I'm going to open up the full card here. I have their mailing address. I've got lots of great information here. I'm gonna enhance the skip trace, and I'm also going to hit this AI Research Investor button to see. Here's what I'm trying to determine. Even though this phone number is on the DNC, a lot of these buyers, in particular buyers, the investors, a lot of them have their number publicly listed online associated with a business or businesses. And so I'm looking for, justification or, the ammunition so that I can still sort of do that without, having concern about the fact that they are on the DNC. And for whatever reason, I'm not seeing where that is. So I'm just going to go the old fashioned route. I'm going to copy the number, and I'm just going to do a Google search for the number and see if that number shows up. And it doesn't look like that is showing up as being publicly marketed anywhere. So in this case, I'm just going to let it be that we're gonna leave it be at the fact that I sent the emails, and I'm going to move on to the next lead in the deck. So I'm going to mark this one as done for the day. Okay, hold on. Yeah, there we go. I'm going to mark it as done for the day. And now I've got another one here that looks like they're in State College. Interesting. So I'm going to tap to email here. Tap to email. I've got a couple of emails that all could be the right one. Like, this is first initial, last name, and a number at Yahoo. In a lot of cases, that's the right email. Now, I'll just make a quick sort of comment here. I have found that when I am reaching out to these active buyers, that I get a significant amount of reply or response by email. And by significant, I'm saying north of 10% in many cases, as high as 30 to 40% of them will reply to my email. Why? Number one, I'm sending a one-to-one email through my email client, which means it's more likely to get delivered, which means it's more likely to get opened, which means it's more likely to get replied to. Number two, I am sending something that I already have data or information that would indicate that is of interest to them. In other words, I'm sending something that is relevant to them based upon their real world activity. Like, they have bought a similar property or properties not all that long ago. So for those reasons, we get if I compare it to normal cold email outreach, it is dramatically greater than if I send a one-to-many email with Go High Level or my CRM Bold Trail. It's just a wildly outsized response. So, all right, I am seeing this number. His number is on the DNC, but I'm seeing it all around. So I'm going to go ahead and call. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and call and see if he's looking for any deals right now. Kenny, good morning. This is Josh with eXp Realty. I was calling because it looks like you're a pretty active investor in the Harrisburg area, and we have an off-market 3-unit in Midtown available. We may be listing it soon, but in the meantime, I was reaching out to see if that's something that you might be interested in, or if you may know anyone who might be interested. This is my personal cell phone. If you would give me a buzz, or you can shoot me a text. Thanks. So that was I got the right person based upon the voicemail. And now I'm going to text as well. And it's a blue text, right? Which means I'm sending iPhone to iPhone. Hey, Kenny, this is Josh with eXp Realty, period. I just left you a voicemail, period. Looks like you're a pretty active investor in the Harrisburg area, question mark. I was reaching out about an off-market 3-unit in Midtown that we have available. Is that something you might be interested in, or may know someone who might be, question mark? Boom. So I'm going to go back here, and I'm going to mark done for today. Pretty cool. We're making progress. All right. Keith Coyne. Now, Keith, for this one, there are 2 mobile numbers, first and second position, neither one of which is on the DNC. So giddy up. Let's rock and roll. Hopefully Keith answers. Whoops. To hit another button. Okay, subscriber not in service. Yeah, well, let's go to the next one, because there's 2 of them there, and I can actually hide that number because it's not working as well. I'll show you what that looks like in a minute. If you're watching on TikTok, come hang out in the Skool Community. The link is in the bio. If you're watching elsewhere, the link is in the description. We've got some really cool bonuses in there too. By the way, this is step 2 in the process that we walk through on the workshops that we've been hosting on Wednesdays. The last one that we hosted, Ken, one of the participants, had to leave 87 minutes in to go meet with a client. Not too shabby. Hey, Ken, this is Josh with eXp Realty. I was trying to reach Keith, but I might have the wrong number. Anyway, I was calling because it looks like you all are pretty active investors in the Harrisburg area, and we've got an off-market 3-unit in Midtown available. And so I was just calling to see if that is something that you might be interested in, or you may know anyone who might be interested. If you would, let me know either way. This is my personal cell phone. You can call or text. Thanks. So I also have a landline here, and trying to see if, well, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to text. Is this Keith and Kim? I wonder if Kim's the wife. Kim's got to be his wife. So boom, I sent that. I changed it from, it was pre-populated to Keith, but I changed it to Kim because she said her voicemail. I'm sorry, she said her name on the voicemail. So I'm going to, before I go to email, I'm going to try the landline number that's in here too. My guess is it's probably not a working number, but whatever. I can give it a try. Yeah, not a working number. Who cares? Well, that's weird. There's no emails. Sean, are these auto enhanced, or should I enhance them?
No, you have to enhance the
manual. Okay, got it. All right, so I'm going to enhance. I'm just hitting the purple enhance button to see if we can get some emails. And no emails. That's weird. Well, that happens sometimes. What are you going to do? Let's go ahead. I'm going to mark. I got to, let's get back there. Let's get back here. So I'm going to mark. So it looks like I've got one. It said 8 leads, but I only got 4 because I had run this zip code not all that long ago for another property that I was doing outreach on. So I've got more that I can go back to, but we pulled another deck as well. All right. So now I've got Benjamin here, and we've got hopefully a good working mobile number, first position, not on the DNC. We're going to go ahead and give it a call. I'll probably leave a voicemail. As you can see, I leave a voicemail, then I send a text referencing the voicemail, and then I email. The ones that I did email first were the ones that it was all DNC numbers.
Please leave your message for 717-443-3622.
Yeah, I was trying to reach Benjamin. This is Josh with eXp Realty. I was calling because it looks like you're a pretty active investor in the Harrisburg area. We have an off-market 3-unit available in Midtown. So I was calling to see if you might be interested or might know anyone who would be. If you would, let me know. This is my personal cell. You can call or text, whatever works best for you. Appreciate it. Thanks. iPhone, blue text, bada bing. I got the second position. Oh, no, this is third position mobile number. I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it, but first I'm going to send to the emails. So that's an AOL, may or may not be good. This one looks like a business or like a employer email. Well, there's 2 of them that look like employer emails. Give it a try. Wow, 49 properties. That's pretty wild. Yeah. Sean just said 49 properties. So one of our questions we want to ask in scenarios like this. I'm just going to leave this voicemail. But when you've got 49, there's always at least one that you would consider selling or consider an offer on. Yeah, I was trying to reach Benjamin. This is Josh with eXp Realty. I was calling about an off-market 3-unit we have available in Midtown, and I was calling to see if that is something he might be interested, or if he may know anyone who might be interested. This is my cell phone. If this is Benjamin, give me a buzz or shoot me a text. If it isn't, if you could pass along my info, if you know Benjamin, I would greatly appreciate it. Thanks. So slightly different when I'm calling lower on the list, and that was a generic voicemail. In other words, they didn't state their name. I tweak the voicemail, as you saw there, to sort of acknowledge the fact that I probably don't have the right number, but I would appreciate it if they would, pass along my info if they know him. And I have a lot of evidence and experience of getting them to reach back out, both when I'm reaching out to buyers and when I'm reaching out to sellers. I'll get, people where for whatever reason I was calling, the phone number was the dad or the son or one of the tenants, or even one of them was like the guy's buddy. I don't know why that happened, but I had a great conversation with, in that case, the guy's buddy. He actually answered. We had a great conversation. And he called me back, and that guy is now a client. We actually looked at 2 properties last week, or either late the week before or last week, that he's looking for his next flip. So, all right, moving on. So I pulled up the next ones here. The first number is on the DNC, but I'm going to go ahead and look this up. I'm going to go ahead and search to see if this number. Now, the reason why this oftentimes is valuable and worth doing is a lot of these investor buyers that we're calling, they either own a business or real estate is their business. So I've just found in a lot of cases, I would say, I don't know, if I had to put a number on it, like north of 50% of the time, on the buyer side, you can find their number publicly marketed or noted online. Now, not on the seller side, not nearly as common, but it's worth that little extra check. There's a third position number that was not on the DNC, but it looks like that's not a working number. Let me tap to, yeah, it's not a working number. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to send, we've got 2 Gmails and a Yahoo that all have his name in it. So I would be, if I were a betting man, and I'm not because I'm terrible at betting and predicting, but if I were, I would bet that I have a better than 50% chance that Casey replies to my email. All right, we're going to work through a few more, and then we'll kind of wrap it up for the day. Okay, so I only have one. This next one, there's only one phone number and no email. So I'm going to open up the full card. So we're going to view details, and we're going to hit the enhanced skip trace to see if I can get more phone numbers and or emails. And look at that. Now we've got a whole pile of them. Now, unfortunately, most of them are on the DNC, but I have 2 phone numbers that aren't. And now I've got emails where I had 0 when I first did it. Now, if you see here, there's 2 Gmails. I'm going to send to those. I'm not going to send to the others. So who is this here? This is, what is her name? Jennifer Anderson. Jennifer Anderson. I don't know. These emails don't give an indication that they're her, but I don't care. I'm just going to send it. Because even, I've even had instances where I'm sending to the wrong email and they know the person I'm trying to reach and they pass it along. I'm going to try the landline that's not on the DNC. Who's Jennifer? Okay, it's not a working number. So what I can do so that if this one pops back up in my smart deck, I hid that email so it doesn't show up anymore. So I don't even have to worry about it because it's not a working number. So I'm going to try this number. Now this is because it's so far.
You record your name and reason for calling. We'll see if this person is available.
Yeah, hi, this is Josh Shanley with eXp Realty. I'm trying to reach Jennifer Anderson. It was like the AI message, like state your name and purpose kind of thing. And I handled it that way because it was a number that was way down on the list. Oh, well, they hung up. So win some, lose some. Who cares next? So let's go back here. I'm going to do a couple more and then regroup before I have a Zoom to catch up with a private client. Let's see here. Okay. Oh boy, I do not know how to say this name, but I don't care. We'll figure it out. Nisreen? I'm going to say Nisreen. We'll see. If you're watching on TikTok, check out the link in bio. Come join the community. If you're watching elsewhere, the link is in the description. Hi, is that Nisreen? Am I saying that right? Yeah. Hi, good morning. This is Josh with eXp Realty. I was calling because it looks like you're a pretty active investor in the Harrisburg area. Is that right?
And a realtor. Yeah.
Oh, you are a realtor as well. Okay, interesting. I didn't realize that. Well, I was calling because We have an off-market 3-unit in Midtown that will likely be listing later this week or sometime early next week. But I was just reaching out to see if that's something you might be interested, or if you, well, in this case, if you might have any clients who might be interested.
Can you send me the information of this property that you just mentioned? I can send you my email.
Of course. This is my cell phone. When we hang up, can you just text me your email and I'll send it over to you?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. And if you have anything coming up, because we work with a lot of investors, clients as well for us.
Perfect.
So if you have anything coming up, anything off market,
Yeah.
please share it with me.
Absolutely. And I actually have another 3-unit in Midtown, so I'll send you both of them. Let me confirm that they're still looking to sell that one, because they were a little wishy-washy when I talked to them last week about it. But I'll at least send you the one, and I might be sending you 2.
Perfect.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. Bye-bye. Perfect. Thanks. So she is an investor, but she's also licensed and she works with investors. I mean, I could, get disappointed, boo-hoo. Or I could just count that as a win. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to save her as a new contact in my phone. So save her as a contact in my phone. I just need to find her last name. Let's see here. Where is she? D-A-O-U. And I'll say investor. Realtor. Investor client. Harrisburg area. I was just adding that to the notes. She's going to text me her email, and then I'll email her information about the one that I was calling about. And it actually reminds me that I should get an update. What is going on here? I need to get an update on the other one that I forgot about that I had in that area as well. So let me, good morning, period. Hey, are your folks still considering selling the 3-unit by the governor's mansion? Question mark. And then, she already texted me. Got it. Period. Will do. She sent me her cell phone, and I'm gonna. Oh, this gives me a good opportunity to do to show another function here. So when I talk with someone like this, and I want them to be saved from basically a lead deck or a deal deck for more easy reference. If I hit this heart button, they will then get added to my buyer deck, which is people that I've connected with and have some sense of their buy box, so that I have easy reference to them when I have another deal like this. And not only that, but I should add a note. And so I hit note, and I'm going to open I'm going to hit she is a realtor who also has many investor clients. She sent me her email and asked me to send info on anything that we have off market available. So that was me just voice chatting. It's now transcribing. Boom. And it caught the beginning of what I was saying. So she's added to my buyers. Now, what else could I do? You know what? Sean, how do I add an email? Can I do that?
You should. Where are you?
I don't know. Where am I?
Oh, you're on Smart Tech?
Yeah.
I don't have that. It's on the full card.
Okay, so if I
can add
open
it.
the view details, I can add it there.
You can add contact.
Okay. Because the email she texted me is different than the email that that populated on the skip trace. So I'm confused where to add that, Sean.
Add contact button.
Add contact. Why am I blind? Ah, I am blind.
People don't pick up on the gray.
Here we go. So you hit add contact, and then I'm going to paste in her email that she gave me. I'm demonstrating this to demonstrate the fact that though this is not a CRM, and Sean even cringes at the fact that I said that.
I'll hurt somebody.
We built this such that if I were dropped into a new market tomorrow and I had to fill my pipeline as fast as possible, all I need is my laptop right here, my phone, and a login to LeadDeck. That's really all I would need. I don't need a CRM. That's it. Now, eventually, obviously, you might need other things, but the reality is for most, look, the number one thing that you need more of if you want to close more transactions is conversations. This thing makes that as easy as possible. It still requires work. You still got to actually do the work, but we've made it as easy and simple as we possibly can to remove the friction in that. All right, let's, I'm going to do, what time we got? 10:41. I'm going to do a few more here, and then we're going to have to wrap up for the day. I think I've talked to this guy before. I don't think he liked me. So what I'm going to do, he's got 12 properties, got a good amount of equity. I'm going to email because all of the numbers are on the DNC. There's 3 emails, and literally while I was talking, those are gone. Those went out and away. Now, actually, there's a landline that's not on the DNC, so I'm going to try that one. Let's see if David. I'm sorry. I was trying to reach David Stoltzfus. I'm not sure why this number would have been. So, do you know David by chance? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, no problem. Thanks. It was clearly not David because it was Joe something, not Stoltzfus. But I just hid that number, so I don't have that again. I sent the emails and I mark it done for the day. Let's see here. I think it probably Bao is the name here. And there is only one phone number. So I'm going to open it up. I'm going to open up the full deck, and we're going to do the enhanced and the AI research. See what else we got. Well, no, we got one phone number on the DNC. Well, you know what? It's a mobile number. So let's go ahead and search it to see if it's listed publicly as a work or business number in some form or fashion. All right, it kind of is. So I'm gonna do a little more recon here. Let's see. So the last property purchased. It's a single family in North 6th Street. You know, if his most recent purchase was more similar, I'd go ahead and take a flyer on it. But it doesn't really match that well. And I've got lots more that I can work through. So I'm gonna, oh man, we've got some interesting names on the list here. Where is it here? Okay, DNC. I've got a good email for sure. Name at Yahoo, name at Gmail. One of those is the person's email, no question. There's one phone number. It's on the DNC, so I'm skip tracing, or I'm doing the enhanced to see. No more came up. Let's go ahead and search the number. Let's see here. Doesn't want to copy and paste for me. There we go. Evangelical Church. Well, there's his name. Well, it's listed, so I'm going to give him a call. There we go. Fee Crew, good morning. This is Josh with EXP Realty. I was calling because it looks like you're a pretty active investor in the Harrisburg area. We've got an off-market 3-unit in Midtown that is available. We'll probably be listing it sometime in the next week or two, but I was calling to see if that's something that you might have interest in or might know anyone who might be interested. If you would, give me a call or shoot me a text. Thanks. I had the right person because he said his name, and then I didn't have to guess how to pronounce it. Fikru was how to pronounce it. So took the mystery out of it. And I think from what I can tell, he self-manages his properties. Because I saw his number associated with, to call or text for rentals. This is Josh with eXp Realty, period. Just left you a voicemail, period. I was calling because it looks like you're a pretty active investor in the Harrisburg area, question mark. We've got an off-market 3-unit in Midtown available, period. Is that something you might be interested in, question mark, or maybe know someone who might be interested, question mark? Doesn't want to send. So I wonder if that number, oh, there it went. There it went. I think it was trying to send it as an iMessage. What do we got? 1047. All right, one or two more, and then we're going to call it a day. And here's what I can tell you from personal experience. The last 45 minutes was me throwing lines out in the pond. And so far, I got one fish, right? I don't have a problem. Like if I'm gonna list this 3-unit anyway, I don't care that Nisreen, I think was her name. I don't care if we're doing buyer agent commission or whatever. Like who cares? We're just trying to match make. So we caught one fish so far, but what I know is. Those here's the difference between this and reel fishing. In reel fishing, eventually you have to reel the lines back in. The lines that I cast over the last 40 minutes, they'll just sit out there. And I get people where I do this outreach. I get people that reply later in the day, later in the week, later in the month, later in the quarter. I've literally gotten people 2 or 3 months after I sent an email, a cold email, that pick up the phone and call me. So just get more lines out in the water. I'm going to reach out to Harris here. Yeah, look at this. So we got hopefully a good working mobile number in in first position. That's ringing. How's that, Harris? It's not Harris. Do you know a Harris? Well, I'm sorry. Do you know his number by chance? Yep. Is that how you have them saved in your phone? Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Yep. Yep. 3375. And you're 3675. Is that right? Wasn't that the number I called? Oh, I called 953. Yeah. I'm sorry. Well, hey, here's what I'm going to do. Number one, I'm going to take you and make sure that we note this. At least we won't bother you again. Number two, I'm going to reach out to Harris, and I appreciate you sharing. No, I've got something that I think he might be interested in. But, well, I mean, I guess yes and no. You got any houses you'd like to sell? Where's your where do you have properties? 1938 Rooney. Oh yeah, Rudy. Okay, yeah. 1938 Rudy. Well, I mean, hold on here. Let's take a peek here. Is that an investment property for you, or is that your? Gotcha. Hold on here. Rudy Road. Let me pull it up here. Any idea how much you'd need to get for it to make sense for you? Well, I'm pulling up some preliminary numbers as we speak here. All right, it looks like now this is just based upon information that's on the internet, tax record data, etc. But I'm looking at offers ranging between 1 second here. It's almost. Is this Lewis? Oh, Eugene. Okay. Let's see here. For some reason, it doesn't want to pop up for me here. It was looking like somewhere between like 150 and 170. Is that in the ballpark? Okay. And you said 1938 Rudy Road, right? Okay, gotcha. What number would make it a no-brainer for you? Okay. Well, this is my personal cell. My name is Josh. If or whenever you're ready, we'd love to see if we can help you put together numbers that make sense for you. I appreciate it, Eugene. Who's that? Harris? Yeah. I did not, but I do now. He's a professor at Penn State. Oh. Well, then I'll wait to call him until later in the day. See, he gave a bunch of people my number because I was doing some work for him. Oh, okay.
He's just so cheap that I just stopped automatically doing anything.
I got you. I got you. Okay.
All right, I'll talk to you a little later.
Thanks, Eugene. Appreciate it. That was wild. That was, oh man, just talk to people. I mean, what are we doing? Just talk to people. So I think he gave me the wrong number because I've got a number. I'm going to try both. I don't care. But I'm going to wait until later. And the reason why is what he said at the end is Harris is a professor. Okay. So he answers the phone and says, don't call me. Put me on your do not call list. So then I just, you know, I can't help myself. I asked. And he knows Harris. He has Harris saved as Slumlord Harris in his phone, whatever. But, you know, then he asked me, oh, you buying houses? And that's when I said, well, I was trying to reach him about a property I thought he'd be interested in. And then we end up, you know, he might want to sell his house, which it sounds like is his primary residence. The only thing I'm confused about is the name he was saying doesn't match the owner that it's showing as showing up here. The point is this: just talk to more people, more conversations, more contracts, more closings. I'm going to wrap on that. And I'm going to share a couple of things for those who are interested. Number one, if you're not part of our free school community, what are you doing? You can come and join for free. We've got some incredible, cool bonuses for you when you join. It's leads, listings, leverage. The link is in the description. If you're watching on TikTok, the link is in the bio. Number two, you can get 5 free active cash buyers in the zip code of your choice. No strings attached, no questions asked. Leads like the ones that I was calling live here for the last whatever amount of time. Go to leaddeck.ai/free. Leaddeck.ai/free. Number 3, you should come and participate in our 90-minute workshop where we'll walk you through the 3-step blueprint and you'll leave with conversations and potential clients in hand. The last one, and the playbook and the workbook, and a plan that you can return to over and over and over and over. The last one we did, one of the participants, Ken, he literally got up, he threw his headset off. He was calling with a headset on. He threw his headset off and said, I got to go, everybody. It worked. I got a client and I got to go show a house. Will that happen for everyone? No, but I know that if you do the work, you'll have the conversations. Those conversations lead to the contracts. Those contracts lead to the closings that we're all, seeking. Thanks for hanging out, and take care or take advantage of those free resources. Check out the workshop, leaddeck.ai/workshop, leaddeck.ai/workshop. Hope to see you there, and talk soon.